Okay. I haven't really been vlogging like that. It's because like things have been going on. I just like it just felt like too much to vlog. Like and there was nothing to vlog about. Like I don't think y'all want to see me um sad. And sometimes I feel like the only way I can show up and vlog on camera is when I'm like 100% or like in a good mood, in a good space, in a good like mindset, which to a certain extent is true, but I think it's also important to show both sides. But it just felt like that side was what was like the majority of my life. And I'm speaking on it as if it's in the past, and it's not. Like today is a pretty good day though, I can't lie, like so far. And I thought like I'm gonna just pick up the camera and do something. Give y'all a little update on what's going on, like really behind the scenes, and like not behind the scenes, but like yeah. My life hasn't really felt stable in a long time for me to like have the capacity to show up. And I've seen something online that said you cannot create in survival mode, and I feel like I've been in survival mode for a long time, fight or flight for a long time, and I am so over it. Like I'm tired of like it's like a cycle, like because I feel like that, it holds me back from the things that will help me get out of that, if that makes sense. Yeah, so this weekend is 4th of July weekend. Today I had an interview for a job, another receptionist job, which if you're new here is not my passion, nothing that fulfills me at all. It's simply for income reasons and to hit certain financial goals that I have. But it really kills me. Like, and I know in life you gotta do what you gotta do, but I just hate that. I hate feeling unhappy, and I hate feeling, I mean, nobody does, but I hate feeling unfulfilled, and I think that's really where I'm at. I think that's what's causing my unhappiness, is just feeling unfulfilled and knowing that there's so much more to life that I feel like I'm just haven't had a chance to experience yet. And I vowed that this year would be the year that I focus on my career and focus on my finances. And at the same time, I feel like I have made strides like in certain areas. And why do I feel like it's kind of dark? What's going on? Same time, I feel like I have progressed, which I have. There's things that I accomplished. But at the same time, now I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, okay, it's July, and I'm still really far from where I want to be. And I know things can change in an instant, but I feel like as you get closer to the end of the year, the pressure kind of goes up, and I don't like that because I feel like I achieve more and like get more, receive more when I'm not so worried about that. But so I had an interview. I feel like I'm constantly applying. So this is like a little life update, career update, I guess. I feel like I'm constantly applying to jobs every day. I mean, I have been, but it's like a chase that I feel like is never ending. Like I feel like it is never ending, and I never thought that I would have such an issue with my career. And like I've always been super goal oriented and driven and ambitious, and we always wanted a lot for myself, always expected a lot for myself. So for me to be in a situation where I'm just so confused and lost and discouraged in my career, I never thought I would be in that place. And like that has direct correlation to finances as well. So I find myself taking things that I don't necessarily want, or feeling pressured to do things that I don't necessarily want to do just for money purposes, and I never want to be in that space ever again. I just feel like I needed to vlog and like talk to you guys. I feel like y'all get it. I feel like y'all get it, and I feel like the people in my life don't. And don't get me wrong, like it's not like I don't have a support system. I feel like there are people supporting me and praying for me and wanting the best for me. It's just like there's nobody to really talk to about it. Yeah, it could be very isolating. So I try to find connection, like, and people who can understand me through social media and online, which I have. I feel like that's kind of been my outlet in like my community or support, social media and like the online community, because I feel like y'all get it. Like when I say y'all get it, I really feel like y'all get it, and like some of y'all might be going through the exact same thing. This week I feel like I've had a lot of reflection that I need to do, which I still need to do. I need to journal it out. I have some prompts that I want to really think about and write on. One of those being, it's kind of deep, but it's like, who do I want to be? I feel like one of my struggles with my career is not really owning the person that I want to be and like understanding who that is. Because I am multi-passionate and like multi-creative and good at a bunch of different things, which is a blessing. I can't lie. I am not complaining on that. But because of that, it can be hard to identify who I am and like who I want to present myself to be. And sometimes I'm like not envious, but like kind of wish like I could be that person that can be like, yeah, I'm this, I'm a what X, Y, and Z, and that's it. It's so easy, like to just be like, yeah, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, and that's it. But me, I like to do a bunch of stuff. I like to model. I starting to get into like background work and interested in acting. Obviously, I like to do social media and YouTube and influencing, content creation. I love so many different things. I like to sing. Shoot, I'm supposed to be singing tomorrow at this. We're doing a 4th of July party tomorrow, and I'm supposed to be singing like a song that I have, me and my boyfriend. So I have a lot of interest. So it's kind of hard, and I always struggle when somebody asks me like, "Who am I?" Shit, like which one should I tell you? Because it's so many. So I want to just have my thing that I know, like, okay, this is who I want to be. So this is what I'm gonna do. And I feel like because I haven't really decided that and chose it, that's where all this confusion is coming from. So that's a prompt that I want to do. Like, what type of life do I want to have? What type of person do I want to identify as? Yeah. And then another prompt is like, what will bring me fulfillment? Because like I said, I've been not feeling really fulfilled in life recently. I'm not happy with like where I'm living, which is a whole different thing, which I could talk about in a second. Not happy with, you know, how my career is going and like what direction I want my career to go in. And time is ticking and I feel like the pressure is on. And then I'm also getting pressured with marriage and I'm also getting pressured with having kids. So it feels like it's a constant thing where I'm racing against the clock and like it's just not a good feeling. And then on top of that, just feeling like you're not fulfilled in your life with all these pressures, it's bound to cause a crash out. And like I am surprised I haven't crashed out fully yet. Some days I be wanting to fully crash out and lose my damn mind, but I'm like, I gotta keep it cute. And yeah, I know there's like a lot more things I could be stressing about. Believe me, I went through grief. Like I know that there's worse things in the world, but this is still hard. I'm definitely like an isolator. I feel like I really, really had to push myself to have conversations with people. Like I can be very, very social and very extroverted at times, but especially when I'm going through stuff, I isolate myself. I never felt comfortable being around people when I'm going through a hard time. Just like not wanting to bring the vibe down when I'm around other people. So I normally like to isolate and like it's not good. Because I miss certain people. I do be missing people like when I do that. But sometimes it just feels like it is the hardest thing to do to pick up the phone and make a call. Sometimes it feels like the hardest thing to do. Or like make plans and actually go to them. Which I did and I had an amazing time. That's why you have to force yourself to do it. But sometimes to get there, it is so freaking hard. Oh my goodness, this turned into a long chat. I'm going to sit down and journal. I feel like deep down I know. I know who I want to be. I know what I want to do. I just don't know how that looks for me and like how I can make it work. That's the thing. But I know I like to do a lot of creative things and I know I love, there's certain feelings that I have where I'm like, wow, this is who I am. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I feel like 100% me. This is where I feel like I belong. And that is like the best feeling. And when you have that feeling and then you don't, it becomes so apparent and so clear on like when you're on the wrong path or like doing the wrong thing. And I feel like that's kind of just been my life, just doing the things that I feel like I should be doing, but I know it's not fulfilling at all to me. So a quick update on like what I meant about like moving and housing and all that extra stuff. Sorry, I'm in the same location. This is boring. Oh my god. But I'm not home, as you can tell. I don't really like to get too personal, like on my personal life, family, and relationships. Just because I like to keep that more private, like other people in my life. As I'm late into my 20s, I just found that it was really, really hard being at home at this age. Also, the fact that I did move out technically, not fully, but I did move away to college. Even though my college wasn't that far, I did stay on campus. So I wasn't a commuter until my last year of college. So I did kind of have that away from home thing. So, you know, after a few years of doing that, I wanted to be back home. So I started commuting. commuting, and then I graduated, and then COVID, and now we're here. And I'm 27, and I'm like, what the happened? Where did the time go? I can't believe it's been 5 years since I graduated. It feels like 2. And I feel like my life's been on hold, or like somebody hit the pause button on my life ever since I graduated college. And I feel like nothing really happened or progressed for me after that. If the only really major thing that happened for me or changed is, and I'm talking goals wise, like, I mean, for me, like, achieving something is me buying my car. That was like my first car. That was like my only milestone that really happened between these 5 years. And I'm just like, this can't be it. I'm at the point where I feel like I'm at a crossroads where I'm choosing the path of my life, where I can go down this safe road that is not fulfilling, but it's listening to everyone in my life that's telling me to do this, do that, X, Y, and Z. Or I can go down this path that I know is scary and risky and probably doesn't make sense, but in the end, it'll be worth it. So I feel like I'm in that crossroad, and I feel like I'm like in the middle between a life that I'm living right now and a life that I want. So it's like a lot of transition I feel like I'm in. This is the first year that I feel like I'm actually taking action on things in my life, and like really realizing that it's my life, it's my choices. Nobody cares about your life more than you do. Nobody has to wake up and see your face like you do. They don't know what it's like to be in your body every single day, to be in your mind every single day. So it's time to start listening to you. Like, you know yourself more than anyone else does. Yes, you can get great advice from other people, and I'm not saying not to listen to anybody, but yeah, I realize that I can't keep putting everyone else's feelings and thoughts and expectations and X, Y, and Z and the third, whatever, above my own. And I'm still learning that. But this year I feel like is the year where it really clicked for me to understand that I'm the one who really has control over my life at the end of the day. Like God, obviously. But for me, I have to make choices for me. And I feel like this is the first time I'm actually doing that. And if you don't know, I'm in a long-term relationship. However, I've been like really wrestling like with the thought of moving in together or getting my own place, because it will be my first time officially moving out, like outside of college. I think it is important to have that independence. I love being independent. Like, I love like not having to rely on nobody, like getting it on my own. Not saying like I do struggle with getting help from people, I'm not gonna lie, which I know it's important to get help. I would not like turn it down if you ask me like 3 times. But yeah, I do like being independent. I do like being like, okay, this is up to me. Like, I don't like people having things over my head, holding things over my head. So that's why I struggle with like being reliant on people, because I feel like when I feel like it gives them a chance. Maybe this is past trauma, but it gives them a chance to throw it in my face later, and I don't like that. So I've been wrestling with moving out my own, moving in my relationship, and it's just like, yeah, it's just a lot to think about. It's like I'm trying to find full-time work that'll help pay for these high-ass rent prices now, and also find work that fulfills me, while still trying to build my businesses, my influencing career, modeling, and things like that. Modeling, acting. Modeling is cool, but like, I don't know, yeah. And still trying to find ways on how I can make this be something that I can live off of fully. I'm not saying this is the only thing I would do, because I would never ever put all my eggs into YouTube or into social media. Never ever. That's way too crazy for me. But it would be nice if it would cover like a majority of my life expenses. That would be amazing. And that's up to me. So yeah, so I'm still trying to do that too. Or not trying, I am. I could get a roommate, and I could move in with my boyfriend. I'm not turning those options down. A roommate, probably. I don't think I want a roommate. I had roommates, and don't get me wrong, it wasn't terrible. I didn't have like terrible experience, but I like having my own space and doing my own thing. So I don't know about that, but so that's pretty much the update with the housing situation. And also, it does make it hard for me when creating content, because I'm like, this is not my space. Like, it is what it isn't. You know what I mean? You know, I have my space set up to how I like it to look in my videos. And now it's like, I don't have that really. But let's say I go home and it's super loud, or like they have guests over. I can't tell them to like, hey, I'm trying to film, like, been a little difficult with getting content. So I'm just trying to film as much as I can. And I just hope that my life becomes a little bit more stable soon. That's pretty much it. Oh, my interview went well, but I'm just tired of working jobs that I hate. Okay. Say hi, Amanda. She's our adopted cat. I love her. Hi, baby. Mama, yes, I know. Girl, you almost knocked over my laptop.